Hello, this is Nate with STEM Forged. We're going to take a look at some esports today. We're going to look at some simple communication strategies that you can use when playing or coaching Rocket League. We'll talk about communicating during the tip-off, when centering the ball, and when clearing the ball. All right, let's take a look. So the tip-off or the kickoff is a great place to start practicing your communication in Rocket League. If at the start of the match, everyone is just boosting in and trying to make the shot at the same time, you've got about a 50-50 chance. It's just whoever happens to get there. Your goal is going to be left wide open for the other team to try to make a shot. So instead of doing that, one of the teammates, usually whoever starts off furthest away from the ball, you'd want to call out and say blocking or I'm going to block. And instead of rushing in to make the shot, you'd move back and play defense or play goalie, essentially, while the other two members of your team move in to try to make the shot. If the other team is not communicating and they're all just rushing in at the same time, you're going to have a shot on a wide open goal. And so communicating and saying either blocking or shooting or I'm going to shoot will give you an advantage over a team that's not communicating and just all going for it at the same time. So let's take a look at what that looks like inside the game. All right, so we're at the tip-off. I'm blocking. I'm going to stay back. I'm further away. I'm going to try to block. Blocking. So I can try to play defense. And then you don't have to wait for the goal. You can just restart the match. If you're doing an exhibition match, just restart to practice the tip-off again. All right, let's give this another try. All right, I'm further away. I'm going to block. Blocking. I'm staying back. Okay, I'm blocking. Okay. One more. All right, I want to try to shoot. All right, I'm shooting. I'm shooting. Everyone. First touch. And that's the basic idea. You just want to, right at the start, you call out. Oh, there we go. We got a goal. So you want to call out. You're either blocking. Usually if you're starting further back, it's easier to block. Or if you're shooting, and that will give you an advantage over the other team where they're all just rushing in and not calling out if someone's going to be blocking or not and leaving their goal open. All right. So the next strategy that you can try is calling out when you are centering the ball. So centering is basically you're just hitting the ball into the center of the field in front of your opponent's goal. So if you call that out, then your teammates will know, okay, should try to set myself up and position myself to potentially make a shot in front of the goal. If you're not communicating and you're not calling out centering, if everybody's trying to go for the ball, they might end up crashing into you. They might end up blocking your shot that you're trying to set up. So just calling out and saying centering when you're putting the ball in front of the goal is a great way to get an advantage, and it's a really good communication strategy. All right, let's take a look at what that looks like inside the game. So, yep, it's really just as simple as putting the ball in the center of the field, centering, and calling it out. So, your teammates will know to try to line themselves up and make a shot. It's really, it's not so much about the concept. That's easy. It's just trying to make sure that you remember during the game to call that out as you're doing it. Centering. And you're going to have an advantage over teams that, are not communicating and they're all just going for it. You're going to be able to set up shots that you wouldn't be able to otherwise. Centering. Just setting it up right in the center. It's just passing it in front of the goal so your teammate can make the shot. Working together and communicating will help you play better. All right. So the last strategy we'll talk about is clearing. or calling out when you're clearing the ball. Essentially, it's just you're clearing the ball out from your side. You're moving it off of your side and clearing it out to the opponent's side of the field. So, if you're communicating, you're saying clearing and letting your teammates know. If they're already down at the other side of the field, they don't need to, waste all their boost trying to get down here to block. Instead, they could get ready for the incoming ball, maybe set up for a shot. It's going to give you an advantage if everybody is just going for the ball when you're trying to clear it out. You could end up crashing into each other. You could block the ball when they're trying to clear it out, and it could go flying over to the side. So just communicating, letting your teammates know clearing so they can stay down at the other end of the field, it can help you set up some shots that you might not be able to otherwise and give you an advantage over a team that's not communicating. Let's take a look at what that looks like in the game. Clearing, it's about you're playing defense, you're clearing the ball on to the other side of the field, but you're letting your teammates know. Clearing, so they can stay down at the other end of the field, get set up, maybe make a shot. You're going to have an advantage over people that aren't calling their shots, aren't communicating. Clearing, they're not going to be wasting their boost trying to come down to help you block since you're already clearing it out. So yep, it's just about calling out those shots on defense and on offense. It's going to give you an advantage. Clearing over a team that's not communicating. All right. So we went over some strategies for communicating and calling our shots in Rocket League. Calling out whether we're going to be blocking or shooting during the tip-off, calling out when we're centering the ball in front of the goal, or when we're clearing it out from our end of the field. Hopefully these strategies will be helpful. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment with any suggestions you have for future esports videos. Thanks for watching.